guys, so I did a tarot reading last night. Yeah, so let's just like rewind a bit. So nail shop friend, if you watch my previous vlog, you'll know about nail shop friend, but it was her 30th birthday last night and she had like a party and she hired out this venue and just had loads of friends come, and she had a little bit of like entertainment there. So there was, you know, food, drinks, a tarot reading lady, photographer, all this stuff. I've never done a tarot before and I wasn't really sure what to expect because I feel like I'm a little bit skeptical of that stuff. Like I'm skeptical, but I'm also scared in case, because I accept the possibility of things like that being real. And so yeah, I was a bit nervous going into it. It was crazy, like crazy. So I sat down with this lady and she was like, you know, have you done tarots before? And I said no. And then she said, okay, well, it usually works a bit better if you know, have a certain like topic you want to know about, career, love, those kind of things. I was going to ask like, what is next for me in my life? She said that's like a little bit too broad if I could like narrow down to one thing. So I narrowed it down and I said, okay, let's do career. I had to close my eyes and then she got me to think, she put something like that was burning near my nose because I got like a scent of something. I don't know what it was. She got me to open my eyes. She had the cards and she started like laying them out and turning them over. Weirdly, like this was nothing to do with career, but the first couple cards that she turned over, she was like, oh, I feel like you're really close with a grandma. She's got a really soft energy and she's always had this and it's been like a great thing in your life. And this really took me back because yes, I've been thinking about my grandma a lot recently. And in fact, this is the weird thing. My grandma actually texted me a couple days ago and I've been meaning to get back to her. I've been so busy. And I keep meaning to call her. And I'd been thinking about it all day, like, oh, I need to call grandma. And yeah, it was just really random that came up, like out of nowhere. Yeah, it's weird because my kind of thoughts with tarots and like psychics were, I don't know, maybe they have leading questions and they say things that would relate to loads of people. I don't know, like that's weird. It's quite like a specific thing, you know? I mean, I was speaking to a guy afterwards and he was saying, well, if she said that to me, all my grandparents are dead, so that would have backfired. So yeah, that was just really weird. And then she started turning over more cards and she said, oh, I feel like you've had like a big cutoff in your life recently. And I feel like you've gone from a really big team to a really small team, maybe like working with others to just you. It also feels like a lot of your career in the past few years hasn't been about you. Your attention has been more dispersed. I feel like moving forward, it's going to be about you. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is really weird. I was just like staring at her like, this is weird. I didn't say that. I was just kind of like, I just wanted to take in what she was saying. And then she turned over another card and she said, oh, I feel like what you're going to do next is going to be really creative and it's going to be really successful for you. And like, again, that took me back a bit because like, yeah, I guess what I'm doing now is like creative. I don't know, it was weird because these are things that don't apply to everybody. It took me back a bit. What else did she say? She said a few things that really like shocked me. And then she also said, like, I feel like you really need to rest. I don't know though, because I feel like if you go in asking about your career, you have had a bit of a change, but those things I could see how they could apply to, you know, someone in that situation, but there were certain details that were really specific and I was like, that's weird. But she was really positive that everything's going to be great and it's looking really good for me in future. So I don't know, I hope so. I get scared with things like that because what if you get some crazy person and they want to like cast a spell on you or something? Because I don't know if you guys have ever been to a bookshop, but if you look in a bookshop, there are actual books on witchcraft and spells. I remember this once, I was in a bookshop in Waterstones in the UK, which is a popular bookshop. And I was looking at these like witchcraft books just out of interest. And I was, you know, opening some of them up and having a look at some of the spells. And there was this girl looking and she was looking in the same section and she turned to me and she was like, oh, do you practice? I was just like, no. Should I? But it was crazy. There's like love spells in there and all sorts. It's been such a popular thing for thousands of years. There's got to be something to it, you know? What if they turn over a card and it's like a sign of death or something? Like, I wonder if you could see by their facial expression. How do people even get into this? Like, that's insane. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. It was weird. There was more. Honestly, when I was sitting there, I was kind of drunk. So I was thinking, I really hope I remember this. I need to take like mental notes. Party was great. I've had such a good social life the past couple weekends, and it feels like I'm going a bit crazy. That's how bad my social life has been for about 5 years. So yeah, it's been great, but I'm not enjoying the hangover. I feel a bit rough. I've taken one of these. They were in like a little gift bag when we left, and it's supposed to be like a hangover thing. So I put it in my drink, and I think it's helped, to be honest. It has aspirin and caffeine, I think. I should be more hungover than I am, to be honest, because I was drinking champagne like the whole night, and people kept coming around and filling up my glass, so I don't even know how many I had, because normally you would like know how many drinks you've had, but they just kept filling it up. And then there got a point where I was like, I'm feeling like a little bit drunk, so I ate a load of burgers. Little burgers, because they had, what are they called, the little like bite-sized burgers? I can't remember now. Oh, I've got alcohol brain. But yeah, I just like had a load of those, and it soaked up the alcohol a bit, and then I could keep going and I was okay. Yeah, it was fun. It's so nice to do something fun. I can't explain. I'm about to do some returns, but it's just started raining. Really rainy outside, so I don't know whether to give it a go. Thing is, when you've got like a big bag on your arm and you've got a big coat on, because it's freezing here at the moment, and then you're trying to hold like an umbrella and your phone for directions, I feel like I'd get a bit overstimulated. I feel like the hair is looking really good today. This is second day, so I did my Dyson curls last night, and they're looking really good today. Such a good routine at the moment. Honestly, my biggest tip ever is having hair done. It just makes you feel like $1,000,000, you know. I think maybe I should tidy the kitchen because I made breakfast and then did not clear up. Good afternoon. So I'm just about to take my dreaded returns. I don't know how I'm just always returning stuff. Do you know what it is? I'm not really like an in-person shopping kind of girl. I know some people are. I don't know, I'm an online shopper. There's something about like wanting to go shopping in person, but then when you're doing it, it's like impossible. Like it's just, I don't think I've ever successfully gone on like a shopping day and like found something I loved or bought something I loved. In fact, I probably made the most bad decisions on an in-person shopping day. I don't know what it is. I think online is where it's at. Do a little fit check. It's very windy out today. Hair is in a slick back and I'm a little bit scared, so I'm gonna see what the vibe is, see if I can vlog or not. I was thinking about maybe going to either the cinema or going for some sushi, just alone. It's a Saturday, it's Easter at the moment, so it's probably gonna be quite busy. I'll probably take you with if it's not treacherous outside. Okay, so I've come out for some sushi. I've done my returns, so I thought I would treat myself since I saved myself some money. Girl logic. I actually love this place. They have one of those menus that are really, like the menu has photos on it, and I honestly wish that every place would do this. I'll probably just get a roll, I think. Maybe a skewer. If you guys have not had shrimp tempura roll before, you have to try it. It's so good. And I normally get some like sashimi or something. I'm a big fan of wasabi. Yeah, I think it's such a vibe coming out for food on your own. I don't know why like people don't do it more. I've done it quite a few times, come out for food on my own. Bringing a book or something, it's a vibe. Same with going to the cinema on your own. I think it's a vibe. So I actually have like a bit of a story for you. So I had a court hearing this week, which sounds insane. Yes, it's insane. But basically, oh, it's such a long story. This was another thing that I was like going through at the time, which I haven't said online yet because it's just so embarrassing. But basically, when I was applying for apartments like to rent, so I was pretty worried about like whether I would get an apartment because of the whole income thing with, you know, Razuli going bankrupt. I am very fortunate to have quite a bit in savings, so I was kind of hoping on that to like carry me in the eyes of a landlord. So hi, yes please. Please could I have a crispy ebi?
Yeah, crispy egg roll.
And do you do nigiri?
Yeah.
Yeah, please could I have 2 salmon
2
nigiris?
pieces of salmon.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's everything for now.
That's
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah. Any allergies, sorry if you're gone?
No.
Anything else to do?
I might have sparkling water actually.
Sparkling
It's okay.
water?
Yeah.
Would you change this to sparkling?
Yes, please, if possible. Thank you.
No allergies about it.
No allergies. Thank you. Like the first place that I applied for, I was so nervous that I wasn't going to get it for those reasons. And I applied, sent over all my proof of funds, blah-de-da-de-da. I got it. And I was so happy. I remember the day that I got the email, because I'd been going through so much. The day I got the email that I'd got this rental, because a few people applied for the place and the landlord ended up choosing me. But the first thought I had was, oh my gosh, I've not felt happiness in so long. What is this feeling in my stomach? It's fluttery and butterflies. It's amazing. And I was so happy. And then the next stage of going through, applying for a rental is you have to go through referencing, which is when they check your credit record and just make sure you're not got anything dodgy on there. And I received an email the next day after I'd sent over all of my referencing things, and the email said, I'm sorry, but the landlord is not going to proceed because you have a CCJ. And obviously my first thought was fuck, it's a CCJ, what is that? Obviously I googled it and it said that it was a court justice, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, my first thought was what the hell is this? And I thought maybe because I'd been away from my apartment, I'd missed a letter or something. I had no idea what it was. Tried saying to the agent, oh my gosh, I don't know what this is. I'll find out as soon as possible. Thank you. And I'll get it cleared. Can they still proceed with me? And no, they wouldn't. And this was the thing, right? So there's a new renters' rights bill coming in the UK, and it basically prevents landlords from evicting tenants easily, even if they don't pay rent or whatever. So landlords are being very careful at the moment about who they take on into their properties. Realised that it was actually quite a serious thing. I was literally crying on the phone to the court because I didn't know what it was, so I had to call around. And they were asking me all these security questions, and I didn't even know the answers because I didn't even know what it was for. Eventually, I found out what it was. It was so funny because when I first called the court, I got this lady, and I don't know what, she must have been in a bad mood or something or had a bad day, but she was being really mean at the start of the call. And then when I started crying, she just turned really nice, and it was crazy. But yeah, I found out what it was, and it turned out that back when I lived in an apartment with Sarah, when I was straight out of uni, we were renting a place, and when we had first viewed the property, the estate agent had told us that you don't sign up for water in that building because it's done through the service charge. And it turns out that it was the electricity that was done that way, not the water. So we never signed up for water. And all these years, it had just been accruing bills and bills. And one of those bills, they had put out a court justice to me, not to Sarah, just to me for some reason. They just, they must have just found me. And obviously the letter for this court hearing and the date just went to the old address that I didn't live at. And it had been on my record for 5 years and I didn't even know about it. I was just devastated at this point. I applied for so many rentals and nobody would take me. I was literally I was so stressed because my visa was running out when I was in Australia seeing family. So my visa was about to run out. I had to go back to the UK, but I literally had nowhere to go and I couldn't even get a rental. And all I could think was, this is actually how people end up homeless. I ended up getting really lucky with the place that I'm in now. I tried several private landlords, but this place was actually his home. So he was kind of looking for someone who's just no drama, is going to look after it. and we like had a little like video call, and he was so lovely, and we just got along. I don't know why or how. It was like a gift from the heavens that he went from me, because multiple people applied. Oh, it was such a roller coaster of emotions. The craziest part is this was the best place that I'd even found so far. The places I was getting rejected from, I didn't even like. It was crazy. I was so like stressed, upset, like it was horrible. Obviously I haven't said this on the internet yet because it's so embarrassing. But anyway, I had to, over the past few months, I've had to like make applications to a court to get it removed from my record, because I literally won't get a mortgage or anything with this on my record. And I've had to send over like a witness statement and, you know, all this evidence. And anyway, we had a court hearing this week, just gone, and 24 hours before the hearing, I received an email at 11:11, and it said that the claimant has decided to consent to setting the judgment aside, which basically means they've agreed to, you know, remove it, take it off my record, because of the evidence that I provided, that I didn't live there when the letters were being sent. So it's just like another relief, you know, something off my chest. And I'm hoping it's all going through, because I didn't actually attend the hearing in the end, because they said I could choose to not go. So I've not heard anything yet, but I'm pretty sure that means that it's all going to be sorted. It's such a relief. It's been so stressful, especially with just like everything else I was dealing with. Yeah, there's just been like a lot of like financial pressure in the last 6 months with the whole Lazuli going bankrupt, my boyfriend that I was depending on financially, you know, ending, this whole like CCJ situation. It was so much. I think it was like, make sure you keep up with that stuff, because I didn't even know, and it's been on my record for 5 years. If I hadn't had savings in my bank account to show this guy the flat I'm in now, I would literally be homeless, like genuinely. Because we typed into Google what to do if you're going to be homeless. So I don't know, it was a lot. The funny thing about going through hardship is that it really like gives you a totally new like dimension of empathy and compassion to how people end up in situations and what other people go through. As much as like I hate everything that I've been through, I just think every bad thing and horrific thing that I've gone through, it really has just made me a better person, more compassionate, more empathetic. So, you know, there's always that positive. Oh, thank you. Thanks. My sushi has arrived. Delicious. So this is the dragon roll. It's like corn tempura. And then these are just some nigiri. Yum, yum, yum. Cheers. I had to cut the nigiris in half because they were just so big. I don't know how some people like fit sushi in their mouth, because some sushi is massive. This is like a good bite-sized type, but the nigiris, like, that would be going down my throat. It's so like fresh and amazing. I'm also a big sparkling water kind of girl. I know that it's not for everyone, but I don't know, I like it. When I was younger, my mum is really into sparkling water, and I used to like drink it and think, how the hell are you drinking this stuff? Now that I'm older, for some reason I just love sparkling water with dinner. Not to like drink for rehydration, but with dinner it's just, never know what to do with like the tail bit. I'm just gonna pick up some of my favorite chocolate before I head home. This stuff is incredible. I don't know if you like hazelnuts in chocolate, but it's so good. It's really expensive, but it kind of makes me ration it, so it works out okay. Milk chocolate and hazelnuts. Okay, let's check out. Oh my gosh, look what arrived. How exciting! Look, Why is the camera moving? I can't go that high. An air fryer. So I have been like totally influenced by the internet. I've been debating an air fryer for about 2 years, I think, since they were like a trend, but I've really liked the idea of how quickly they cook things. So I put a story on and I just basically asked, like, are they worth it? And I've never seen like a more convincing answer than the result. It was like 90% absolutely worth it. So I've gone and bought one. I was kind of stuck between this, like the regular air fryers, and then like the new type with the glass. But I went for like one of the older versions, like the regular air fryer. And I just went for like a cheapish, well, I went for a Ninja, but I went for like, you know, a single basket. It was only £70. There was like a deal on Amazon. And I wanted something small anyway, because I don't have much space. So I'm really excited. Ooh, really hope it's not too big. Okay. It's like Christmas. It is quite big. It better fit in a cupboard. Little like bag. Oh, it's not that big actually. Wonder if I could put it in like that cupboard. Oh my gosh, I still haven't even unwrapped like loads of my stuff since moving in. I wonder if it would fit on there maybe. Cute! Single drawer. The drawer looks quite large actually. Everyone tell me to make sure I go for a good brand. And I think Ninja's quite well known in the air fryer world. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it's got a massive drawer. Temperature. Oh, it only goes to 210. I thought they were supposed to be hotter than regular ovens. And I wonder how you like clean it. Is it non-stick? I have so many questions. I feel like a little bit embarrassed by how I ended my last video, but I don't know what was going on. I think it's just been like a bit of a whirlwind of emotions recently. And I think, oh, you know when you just cry and you don't really know why you're crying? I think it was just one of those, and I think it was just like a build-up of things, and I don't know, it was just a moment, you know. But I've been having a good week. I've actually been having a good week this week. So I've kind of gotten over the whole, like, you know, if my posts flop, then okay, I'll just try and learn from it and make better content, you know. It's one of those. So that's how I feel this week. I can't guarantee that's how I'll feel next week. I keep meaning to like get back to all the like lovely comments. I don't know what is going on, but I found myself so busy. I mean, I guess I've had the whole court thing this week. I don't know, I think because I've been trying to like relearn things, I've been trying to like plan outfits for doing like recording, and I've been looking into camera equipment for like some follow along workouts. So somehow I found myself really busy, even though I'm like unemployed. So I keep meaning to like dedicate a day, maybe like one of the days I don't post, where I just go through like every comment in the last couple of weeks, because I keep meaning to do it. I know, I really appreciate people taking the time out of their day to do that. Had a few bits of admin for the liquidation this week. I had to, we've just had to sign a bunch of stuff and let parties know who are involved and have the debts. We have debts too. Yeah, we've just had a few bits to do this week, so I've found myself not very high on time. I love Suits, by the way. It's one of my like comfort programs that I put on in the day. Okay, I'm gonna drink my coffee and maybe just like chillax for a bit.